Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome, welcome. Bear with me for a sec. Just going to share. Okay. I think we're good. Hey, Taylor. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. Hi. Happy Saturday, everybody. All right. I think I'm all set up. Let me know if you're here. What's happening? What are you up to lately? How's it going? I'm excited to be here today. I missed last week. There was so much rain the previous week, much like this past week, and the kids' games got rescheduled and rearranged and postponed and moved around that by Saturday we had a full day starting in the morning. And so Jessica was nice enough to take over my live last week. So if you guys have not watched that, definitely go watch the replay. She worked on the card sketch and she used some scrapbook supplies. She did some awesome stuff. So definitely go check that out. So I am going to work on May's card sketch, and I'm just pulling that up to show you guys because I don't have a printout of it. So this is there we go. This is the card sketch for May. I am actually going to create a graduation card because it's that time of year. So again, let me know if you're here. Say hello. Tell me what you've been up to. So hi, good morning. Good morning, CJ. What's happening? That's Catherine, right? How Catherine, your cards were beautiful and I was struggling a little bit this morning, like trying to decide what to do. So I went back to the group and I checked out the album. I'm going to show you guys where you should be posting these. So if you're in my little scrapbook store, scrapbooking layouts and more, and you go to albums and you look for this graphic, the 24 cards in 2025, that's where all the sketches are posted. So you can see all the past sketches, right? January, February, March, April, May, and then click on May, and then in the comments is where you want to post your cards. And I know I'm behind. We haven't picked a. Why can't I get the comments? What's happening? There we go. We've not picked a winner yet for April, but we'll definitely get to that. So then you can see here. Here's Catherine's beautiful cards, very beautiful, and this is Pam's. So you can post your cards right in there. Which I mean, this is my favorite part of doing these sketches and these challenges. I love to see what everybody makes. That's the best part for me because my inspiration comes from my community. Absolutely. So, yeah, that's like one of my favorite things about this. So definitely enter your cards. We had a lot of great entries last month. And like I said, we'll pick a winner soon. So I am going to turn this sketch into a graduation card. And I'm using, I'll put this in backwards. This is an older, not too old, Simon Hurley set. It's one of my favorites. I've made a lot of cards with this. I don't know. It's just so cute. And I love like these the pug, the panda bear. In fact, I can share a card with you guys, a graduation card that I made for my son. Oh, maybe I can't. No, I made it. I just don't know where I put it. Oh, goodness. Maybe I didn't make it. I thought I did. Well, I made some graduation cards for some kids that are graduating where I work. So I see the pieces in there. I guess I just didn't put it together yet. Good morning, Kathy. So anyway, well, we're gonna make one today. So what I did is I found out that my nephew's school colors are orange and black. So, and the mascot is a tiger. So I chose the cat with the stripes, and we're gonna Copic color him orange. But I'm gonna start with a background because I want to spray a background. So I've pulled some oxide sprays in like oranges and a little bit of gray. I've been doing a lot of spraying lately. Hi Amy, how are you, my friend? I'm making so the principal. I work in a high school, and the principal where I work is pregnant, and they're having like a little baby shower for her. So I've been making her a graphic 45 album, and I didn't have enough cardstock to like build the whole album in the same, like I didn't have enough of one color. So I decided to make my own, and I just started like spraying with my oxides and with the distress spritz, and I was having so much fun that decided that today we're gonna spray a background. So I'm using the Elizabeth Crafts soft finish cardstock. I love using this paper for mixed media backgrounds because on one side, the one side is completely smooth and soft, but on the other side, I don't think it'll ever show up on this camera, but there is like the slightest pebbling almost. I mean, if you go like this, you really don't feel anything, but I just love the way it works with the sprays. So yeah, real quick, I'm going to show you the outside. So this is the album that I've been making, and I sprayed all these papers that I use to build the album, cover the album, make all the pages. And this is just different oxide sprays, and then of course some spritz for the shimmery. So we're going to do that today. I'm going to start with Crackling Campfire, which is not even opened. Woo-wee. So I'm going to go right on my desk because that's what I do. Oh, thank you, Kathy. I've been working on that for almost 2 weeks now, but I built the album from scratch using I watched a YouTube tutorial. The only issue I'm having, actually, if you guys don't mind, I'm going to show you this because maybe somebody in my community can help out. So this is like a heavy chipboard, and I covered it, but my spine, you see that cracking? So I'm going to cover this with, sorry, I know I'm off topic, but seeking help. So I'm gonna cover it here like this, right, and wrap that around. But I don't want this to then crack. So has anybody made albums like this? I mean, I'm thinking maybe if I lightly spritz the paper and wet it so it like bends around that. But you see that? And I mean, it wasn't like ridiculously thick paper. I mean, it was, like I don't know, it wasn't that thick where like you're like, okay, it was too thick to wrap around. I know it works better with thinner paper, but now I'm just worried. I'm using the graphic 45, and that paper is pretty heavy, so I don't know if anybody has any suggestions on how I can avoid that. Like I said, I think I'm going to spritz, just like mist the paper with water, and then wrap it around the spine, because then maybe it'll bend better. Maybe I shouldn't like glue it down as tight. I don't know. I'll have to look around for a video. I am in a maybe Mod Podge a layer below that. You know what? It's interesting that you say that, Taylor, because I was thinking instead of using glue, like I use the Barely Art glue on everything, and I was thinking about that instead of like using glue, that maybe I Mod Podge the paper and bend it that way. Okay, so this is Crackling Campfire. I'm going to put a little bit of carved pumpkin. And then maybe just just a wee bit of Hello Honey. I think I did pull Lost Shadow, but I changed my mind now. Ooh, that was a lot. All right, let's where's my spray bottle? Hold on, bear with me. I gotta grab that. Okay, I'm gonna give a little bit of water on here because I see that crackling campfire is pretty bold. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's put some of the lighter orange in there. Just trying to set my sprayer. Oh, what's happening? My sprayer is not wanting to work. Oh. Okay. All right, let's smush this on in there. It might help bond it. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to try. Ooh, I like these colors. Nice. All right. Getting messy. Yeah, I've just been having so much fun doing this, making these backgrounds for these different projects. So, yeah. Let me grab a cloth. And then let's see. I'm going to dry this a little bit. Oops. I'm knocking stuff over, of course. So what's everybody up to today? Who's scrapbooking? I know Catherine said you're working on the sketches, or on the challenges, rather. Awesome. Catherine, will I see you at Sherry's in June? I'm really looking forward to that. Oh, I love that, like, mishmash of fiery colors. Awesome, Catherine. I'm looking forward to that. Okay, so now I'm going to take some packaging. Get a piece of packaging here. Yeah, me too. I pick that up and do some blotting on that just to get some, try and cover some of those white spots too, which I can always just push that back in like that. There we go. Oh, I love this. Okay, let me clean this up. Making a mess, and I love it. This would count as T's challenge as well. Was hers sprays? Mine was just mixed media. I used distress crayons on my video. I think that T's was sprays, right? I still have not finished watching all the videos. I've been trying to watch some when I'm like getting ready for work in the morning, but then I always end up getting distracted, like waking the kids up and stuff. Yeah, that's what I thought. It was sprays. So yeah, that would definitely work. Okay, now I want to get some big splatters on here. And then I will just blot. Oh, that looks pretty cool, right? That'll be a fun background. Those were good colors. So I'm just like spraying the water in my hand and then splattering it on here because I wanted bigger splatters. So that was Crackling Campfire, Carved Pumpkin, and Hello Honey. Ooh, I like those colors together. What do you guys think? That's fun. This kind of reminds me of have you guys, the 49 and Market line Rust and Rev? That's what this reminds me of. Like if I did this and then threw in some like salvaged patina, it would be like an old rusty. That's the point, Catherine. You are supposed to make a mess. You are absolutely supposed to make a mess. You know what? Let me show you. Hang on. Let me find my sheets. I literally took 12 by 12 cardstock to make that album. This was like a pale purple bluish, like almost a periwinkle. And I laid them on the rug, and I had a whole bunch of them, and I just started like spraying and spritzing, and so the color, you're not getting a good representation of the color. There's like a lot of pinks and purples, but it was so much fun. And I like, down here in my craft room slash office, there's like an old rug down here. So my daughter came down. She's like, Mom, there's sprays all over the rug. I was like, yeah, it's fine. I'm like, it's a distressed carpet now. Okay, so I am gonna. Do we wanna speckle this? You know what? I think we're gonna do. No, I want a white. All right, let me find a white. I think I just want to do some like white splatters. Okay. Let's see. This is I can't get it open. The Spellbinder Splatter White. There we go. Okay. Oh. I just kind of inherited this. And I've never used this before. Oh. I am hearing thunder. Now, I thought that it was not supposed to start thundering until 4 o'clock. My weather app lied to me. Bear with me. I'm trying to find my splatter brush because Lily borrowed it and didn't return it. Ugh. Sorry, guys. Oh, man. Well, my favorite splatter brush has disappeared. That's a bummer. All right, well, we're going to have to compromise. Okay, sorry. I use this fan brush. And I'm just going to mix this up because this looks like this might have been a little bit old. Somebody gave this to me, and I've never used this before, but this is very, very thick. But I'm going to just put a little bit on here. And I'm going to spray some water. Yeah, so you're supposed to make a mess. That is the whole point, right? Add some water to this. And there we go. Remove these. Just want a little white splatter because it's supposed to be like a congratulations card. So there we go. Nice. We got splatter everywhere too. Love that. That's cool. And we'll cap that. Move some of this out of the way. Clean up this mess. Okay. I'm going to set this aside to dry, and we'll work on coloring our cat. Oh, yeah. There is a storm rolling in. I just noticed one of my acrylic blocks is missing too. I think I need to keep a list of the things my daughter has pilfered. Okay, so I already stamped my cat. Let me get my Copic chart. And so we're just going to color him. Color him in some oranges, I think. I'm going to go like right in here. YR9. Let's start there. We'll do 9, 7, and 4. I guess his ears should be pink, right? I've been having a lot of issues with my markers like bleeding. And I don't know if any of my friends out there are, use alcohol-based markers, and I don't know if this is a Copic thing or an alcohol marker thing in general. So the ink sometimes just kind of like pulls up at the tip, and generally like you can see it because while you're coloring, all of a sudden like it gets really, really wet. And it's something to do with the pressure. And I know it does tend to be colder and damper in my basement. So when that happens, if you uncap the other ends, that stops it. Well, the other day I was coloring and I got no warning. Like it just all of a sudden bloop, and I was almost done and I had to start all over with what I was coloring. It was when I was making the graduation cards. So now I'm like so paranoid that that's going to happen that I just automatically open the opposite end of the card. I mean, not of the card, of the marker, because I'm just worried it's just going to explode all over the place and I don't want to take a chance. So I started with YR9 on the edges, and this is YR7. Hi, Michelle. Hello, hello. And then we're going to do YR4. Michelle, we just made this for the background with some Distress Oxide sprays and some white splatter. So we're working on May's sketch and, oh, look at my hands, and making a graduation card for my nephew, whose school colors are black and orange. Okay, so I'm just going to use, this is YR4, and I'm just going to use it to blend all those dark colors out like that. And then we'll die cut him. I stamped a little graduation cap to put on him. He is very orangey. This is like very orangey, but that's all right. It could be fun. The school mascot is an orange tiger, so that's good enough. Oh boy, I hear the boom booms coming. I can't believe that. My son has a baseball game today at 2:00, and I just checked the weather before I came on, and it said it wasn't supposed to rain until 4. This has been such a rainy season that both of my kids play spring sports. My son plays baseball and my daughter plays softball. And there's been so much rain the past few weeks that the schedules have just been bonkers. And they keep like, my son's, they seem to just cancel because his is like his spring league is just all the kids from the town broken up into different teams. But my daughter's league, she plays against other towns. So my sons, they just kind of cancel. My daughters, they reschedule. It just gets crazy. Okay, so now I'm gonna take I don't have any alcohol markers, but I think I need to get a starter pack. Yeah, I love them. I really do. So now I'm gonna go YR4 and then YR2, one lighter for this, like his nose part here. I love to color. We had dust storms last night and short but mighty thunder. What is a dust storm? Oh God, it is pouring right now. We the other night a substation blew up in my town, and thankfully we only lost power for a few minutes, but we're up on a mountain in a lake community, and a lot of families that live down in the valley lost power for like overnight, and the kids actually had a school delay the next morning because there was no power to the schools. That was on Wednesday. It was crazy. It was just crazy. Okay, so there's that. And then I'm just going to put these back and out of the way. And then we'll do a little pinkish for his paws, his mouth, his ears. Let's see. We'll just do R20 and R22. So I haven't really colored in a while. I don't always I try not to color too much on lives because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it's boring. Like it's boring to just watch somebody color. I don't know. That's just me. So I have a funny story for you guys. I might have told you guys this before. Um, this was a while back. I walked into the family room and my son was uh, sitting there watching a YouTube video of some dude playing video games, and I'm like, what are you watching? And he's like, "Oh, I'm watching so and so play XYZ game, whatever it was." And I was like, "That is so weird. Why would you sit there and watch somebody play a video game when you could just play it yourself?" And he goes, "I don't know. Why would you sit there and watch somebody craft when you could just craft yourself?" I was like, "Oh, you got me there." It's pretty funny. All right. So there's that. And then let's see. R24 is usually my go-to mouth color. Don't ask me why. I really don't know. All right. See, I'm so nervous that these are going to like blot out. So I'm just automatically opening both ends. And this is R22 for lighter. Yeah, see, these are like, I can tell that the what do you call it? The humidity down here is definitely affecting. I've had like some of my uh distress ink pads leak. Right? I mean, he got me, Michelle. All right, so for the balloons, I'm gonna do I'll do a darker one and then a lighter one. So let's do there's my warning from ALEXA that it's raining. It's a little late. Okay, so we got YR9 and YR7 for the balloon. I'll go a little bit more than that. Whoops, my cap just flew off. You know, Michelle, they're smarter than we'll ever be, I suppose. Or at least they think they are. Okay. So there's one balloon, and then we'll go let's go like Y17. Something to match like some of the lighter. I love this background. I love the way this background came out. You know what? Let's do Y38. I like that. It's a little more golder color. So is everybody getting super excited for the crop? Amy, are you still here? Can you give me like a countdown? I know Amy's tracking the days. I'm so excited because I finally get to meet Amy in person. Because Amy is like one of my nearest and dearest friends, but I've like literally never met her in person. And that is so crazy to me. That I'm so excited for that. Okay, so there's my balloons. 153 days. Oh my gosh. I mean, okay, listen, I'm so excited. I don't want to rush the summer. I have to be honest with you all. I don't want to rush summer because it's been like a long and crazy school year. Guys, my son is graduating 8th grade, and I am so excited for that. I can't wait till he gets out of the school that he's in. That is very exciting. And my daughter will be in middle school next year. It's crazy. So yeah, I don't want to rush the summer because I spent this past year working at the high school, and I loved it. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely loved it. I'm like, I found my place, I found my people. Ah, thanks. Listen, Amy, we're barely making it out alive. He is barely making it out of middle school alive, and I am beyond thrilled for him to go to high school. I cannot wait. Um, So yeah, I'm like, I don't want to rush summer vacation, but I am really excited for the crop. Yeah, can't. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. I can't wait. My son and my nephew are both graduating this year. Not the same school, but both graduating 8th grade. Um, for a minute there, we thought they might have ended up in the same high school, but my nephew is choosing to go to Votech school, and my son was thinking about it for a little bit, but there's really not much there for him. So that's okay. That could work out. Okay. So got my cat. We're gonna put this little hat on him. I thought it would be fun. Okay, so I grabbed this. This is like notebook paper. This is an all in create that I thought might be fun. So I think what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna cut everything down. Let's start there. Definitely want to do black. Okay, let me put my chart away because I think we're done with coloring. And I think we're ready to build. All right, so let me get this because I like to use my I know they're so fun, and I've had this one for a while and I haven't used it, so I thought this would be a fun card to use it on. So I'm just going to use this to fold my card bases because it's like one thing that I'm a little bit OCD about. I hate when my card base like doesn't line up, and I saw this trick on a video and I'm like, oh gosh, that is the best idea ever. I don't know why. I know it's silly, but I don't like when my card base doesn't line up. Okay, so there's our base. I'm going to cut a black, put this up here. I'm going to cut a black layer slightly smaller. I'm going to quarter this first so that I can put it in my stash. So I do that a lot with black and white. I just do, oh, I just realized something. I must have used a piece of this. Oh, well. Anyway, if it was a full 8.5 by 11, I would have quartered it. And then I keep like black and white cardstock quartered and cut in my stash. Yeah, look at that. I must have cut a little bit off of that. All right, no biggie. So the card is 4.25 by 5.5. So I'm going to start with just cutting off 1/8. So we'll do 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Let's see how that goes. Yes, I don't know. I'm weird. I like the little skinny borders. Okay, push that over there. I'm just going to take a sip of coffee. Oh my God, you guys, I feel like I'm getting sick again. Over spring break, I had strep throat. It was the absolute worst. And now I'm starting, like, my throat is starting to hurt again. But I hope that doesn't happen. All right, so we'll go 4. And then we did 5 3/8, so we'll do 5 1/4. I can always cut more. I like to start with just trimming little bits off. All right, so let's see. Yeah, I like how that looks. I think I gotta go a teeny bit on this side. I'm just gonna shimmy a little bit off. Good. Okay. Then my idea, so for the part in the center, that'll be my background, and then the part in the center, I thought it would be fun to cut this out and kind of put the cat on there. I don't know if it's going to be big enough, but we'll see how it goes. We've got, okay, first, I have like all the ideas in my head. I don't know what I want to do first. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is first I want to stamp on this. Let me get my foam. Okay, so I have an idea. Ooh, brand new stamp. I love it. It's like a new box of crayons when you were a kid, right? The excitement, the smell. A brand new stamp. I love it. So I'm going to start with the ABCD. Let me grab a piece of scrap paper. I started taking my church bulletins because they always end up like just on the floor of my car. So now I take them and I use them for scrap paper. All right, I think I'm gonna do this is Memento. So let's do that. And I'm just gonna kind of dab that on, and then I'm gonna like just do that. Oh yeah, that's fun, right? I like that. And then let me get this one. What a fun stamp set. That is really cool. Okay. And we'll do there. Oh, that's kind of cool, right? Let's do this one again. It's just like fun school-ish stuff. Well, you know what? Do you think I should turn some upside down? Nah. That might not work. All right, let's go there. Okay. And again with this guy. Got this like grungy-ish background going. Oh, that's fun. Cool. I think that's pretty cool. What do you guys think? Okay. Taylor, what is the ink you stamp with if you're going to color on the image with alcohol markers? I use Picket Fence, the black hybrid ink pad. But you can use oh my gosh, Stays On is a good one to use because just a regular like yeah, here. Yeah. Like a pigment ink, it will bleed. Memento, I think a lot of people use the black Memento. I know that works too. I've been using Picket Fence forever, and I don't know, that's just my go-to for that. But I know so sometimes if I'm not sure, what I'll do is I'll just stamp something and like test it and see. But and also, like, honestly, a lot has to do with the paper too when you're coloring with alcohol markers. I use, my favorite is Spectrum Noir makes a paper that, and also Copic, for the cat today I used Copic brand paper. A lot of people, there's like a Nina paper cardstock I think people get. I've not tried that, but you do need the good paper. Otherwise, like, your ink won't move. Not okay. So Michelle says archival. VersaFine is good, but archival. Well, okay, VersaFine is okay. I'm sorry, I'm like spacing because VersaFine is pigment, right? I thought that one would bleed, but I could be wrong. I've just, like I said, I've been using the Picket Fence one forever. And also paper, because like, so on some, depending on like what the surface of the paper is or if it's coated, the ink won't blend on it. It'll just sink in. So that's an important thing too. Okay, so we have our like academic-ish background. I love that. That is really cute. And then what I was thinking of doing is stamping some of these like notebook lines, and then we'll cut out that. Maybe I'll cut out 2 because that is kind of small. So maybe we'll do 2 of them. Okay, so let me just put my foam pad away. Put this here. Yeah, just try it. Try different papers, like I said, because certain papers just won't move the ink. I think I just want the line. Oh, that's a big stamp. Do we want the margin? Let me go off the page like that. And where's my magnet? Oh, okay. Michelle says VersaFine if you heat set it. You know, that's another thing. If you watch any of Simon Hurley videos, every image that he stamps, he then clear embosses. So if you clear emboss your image, then it doesn't matter, because once it's sealed with that embossing, totally doesn't matter. And also I'm going to use VersaFine, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp off, and I'll show you what I mean, because I don't want this to be like really drastic black lines. So I'm going to do that. And now I'm going to do that. Let me get my smudger thing. Yeah, Simon Hurley always like clear embosses. Oh yeah, I like that. And let's see, let me get this die out. Do one there. And all right, let me do this. Let's do this. Let me cut this, and then I'm going to flip it over and stamp again. That will have to go to the die cut machine. And then we'll do this for this one. Okay. Put my magnet on the edge right here. Okay. And I'm just going to do like a light. Okay. Good. Okay. Let me get my little die cut machine. Where did our oh, here he is. Here's our pieces. So let me get some stuff out of the way, and we'll do some die cutting. Just moving some things. I've got a big mess. Okay. And we'll put this over here too. That can go in the garbage. And okay. I'm going to use my little guide here. Okay. And just want to get a piece of tape. And we'll run this through. Okay. Ooh, that's fun, right? Do this one too. That's a fun die. I think this is the first time I'm using it. I like that. Awesome. I love when that happens. This one I'm going to move over a little bit so the line on the side shows. Okay, so we can use those like maybe like that. And I'm going to bring my big machine over to cut out all of, oh, there we go. To cut out all of these guys. All right. So let me grab that. That'll just be easier than going through the little one a million times. Okay. So let's put this down. And let me grab my dies, get all our pieces cut, and then we can put our card together. Okay, so I need the cat. Just making sure he's lined up good. And I'm going to put a piece of tape so he doesn't go anywhere. Just do that. Oh, now the sun is shining. We just had this crazy storm blow through, and now the sun is shining. Okay, we need that. We need the balloons. My mom used to have this friend who was from Italy, and she used to call balloons balloons, and I always thought it was so cute the way she said it. So we got our balloons. Okay. And I know that like this tape is not supposed to, but I always stick it on my hand first because I'm always like paranoid that it's going to rip my paper after I did all this coloring. So, okay, there's that. And do I have room, or I might have to? Yeah, I'm going to have to go back for him. And I did. All right, so I know this is going to be a you-know-what shoot, but let's see if we can line this up. If not, I'll cut it. I'll have to cut one and then put the Hi, Arlene. Yeah, I might have to go back and cut this first and then restamp it because I'm not confident in my skills to center that. But before, since I was stamping, I just stamped it. All right, we'll see how it goes. I can always redo it. All right, so here's our pieces. I'm going to crank that on through. Oh, I got to turn this so I can get my crank. Oh, nothing like the snap, crackle, and pop of a die cut machine, am I right? All right, let's see what we got. We got our cat. I just want to put my dies back so I don't lose anything. And here's Kitty's graduation cap. Love that. Our balloons. Okay. That little cut out in the middle. And let's see what our congratulations did. How'd we do there? Oh, let me just get a poker and poke that out. Ooh! Look at that! All right. Right there. And now we'll just do our fireworks. And then we've got all our pieces to put our card together. And I gotta be honest, I'm thinking about spritz on the backgrounds for some shimmer because I just love shimmer. And I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? It's my nephew. It's not that it's like sparkle and glitter. It's just shine, right? What do you guys think? I'm thinking that we need some shimmer on that. Okay. Oh. So there's our other piece. I'm going to stick these up here for next time. And wow, this weather is crazy today. Kathy says go. All right. I'm seeing yeses and go for it. So let me get a good color. Oh, okay. Let's see. What are we thinking? Oh, we could do spice marmalade. I think I'm gonna go with fossilized amber. So it's kind of like goldenish. Yeah. And I'm just gonna do a little spray. All right, let me move all this stuff out of the way. We just want this. I'm gonna get a piece of scrap paper. Okay. Shaking my spritz up. Oh God, these are the best. I love these so much. If you guys, since we're talking about sprays and we've been using sprays, Tim Holtz recently did a like Q&A video. I haven't finished watching it, but he goes through all the different sprays, spray stains, oxides, spritz, micas, and he talks about like the differences and demos. And it was, I only got to watch about 20 minutes of it so far, but I recommend it. Okay, I'm gonna just do. Oh, that was a good decision. Let me get my heat gun. Let's dry that up. Oh, where's my gun? Okay. Follow the cord. Oh, yeah, that's perfect. Taylor says, I love your reaction. Oh, can you guys see that? I love it. You know what would have been fun too? If I stamped some numbers on this, like on the background. Does anybody know what Rowan's colors are? My other nephew graduated from Rowan, and there's a party for him coming up. So I want to make the same card and do Rowan colors, but maybe I'll also grab like a just some number stamps and like mix them in. Oh gosh, I love that so much. Okay. I'm running low on scrap paper. I'll have to grab some more church bulletins today. I was thinking of just asking them like what they do with the old bulletins that like nobody takes. See if I can like grab them and just reuse them for scrap, right? Okay. All right. Let's put this guy together. Ooh, I'm excited. I love the way this background came out. Okay, so let's glue that down first. Uh-oh. I accidentally moved my mouse and my computer screen went blank. Okay. Ooh, we are good on time too. Okay. So see, that is why I always use glue too on my cards, because I need that wiggle to get my borders even. That looks good. I'm gonna put that down like that, and I gotta grab some foam. My foam basket needs to be cleaned. My adhesive basket, it's like a mush mash right now. Okay, let's get some adhesive on him while that is setting. Okay. And our graduation cap. Perfect. Balloons. I think I'm gonna cut. There we go. And the fireworks. Cut again. And look at how good that came out. I'm like impressed with myself right there. I didn't think I was going to make it. I thought for sure I was going to have to cut it and then stamp it. Okay. And now I can put this on our card. Okay. That looks good. Can't wait to see the finished card. Have to walk Chippendale. Have a great weekend. Thanks for stopping by, Michelle. Okay. That background is really fun. That is really, really fun. I'm really happy with the way that came out. I think I'm going to make another one of these. Okay, so this will be our piece that's kind of like skewed. And yeah, see, let me see one. I think that we need two. Right? Yeah, I think we need two of them. Okay, and then, oh, you know what I forgot? I shouldn't have put I forgot about that. I'm going to have to pull some of this off. All right, let's see. This will go down here. That's good. And then I forgot I shouldn't have put the foam because I wanted the things to stick. Okay, let's do this first. Let's get this guy down. And I'm going to just bend these a little bit so they kind of look like they were torn out of a notebook or whatever. That one. Let's get our cat down. He will go there. I'm off to baseball for my nephew. Have fun, Amy. I'll be on the field later on today. Okay, there's our congratulations. Now, let's see. This I'm going to have to cut. That was my bad. I forgot about this needing to sit on his head. So we'll cut some of that off. Let's see how that. Yep, that'll do the trick. Thanks. Hi, Jessica. We just made the most fun background with oxide sprays and some stamping and splattering and then some spritz to top it off. Okay, let's see. That should be good. Yep. So that, I was just saying, Jessica, I'm going to make another one. This is for my nephew. His school colors are orange and black. And then I have another nephew that is graduating, Rowan. And I want to make the card for him because I love how it came out. But I thought it would be fun. So I stamped the ABC and the XYZ. I thought it would be fun if I stamped some numbers too. Okay, cool. That looks good. All right, so balloons in his hands. Should we bring the whiskers in front of the balloons? Yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna bend those out a little bit. Okay, so let me just get some enamel dots or something like that. Let's see. I kind of would like black enamel dots, but I don't know if I have any of those. So let me check. Otherwise, I know I have. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, black and orange. Perfect. Oops. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna put. Two down here. We'll put one up here. Oh, that's too close to the edge. Okay. Oh, come on. Alrighty. And there we go. That was so fun to make. I realized that I have the pieces from my sons, and I'm thinking I might do the same type of thing. I'll show you guys that. Hang on one second. So I had, here's the cat in gray, and our colors are blue and gold. So I had stamped a blue cap and balloons and that. And then what I actually did for this one, which I think I might add to here, I die cut numbers, the year. Except that's the wrong year. So that one was going to be for my sons, and then I was going to heat emboss congrats on here. So there's just like another take on that. You know what? I think I might have pictures of the other ones that I did. Hang on one second. I know we're like, oh yeah, here we go. Okay, so this is, there's one, but that paper in the background, that was just pattern paper that I used. And this is one that I did with the dog. That's fun. So I think I actually might use this for my other nephew and then do a dog for my son since we have a son. So just some different options. And in fact, you know what I'm going to do before this sets on there too good? I'm going to move these because I think I want to die cut. I'm going to die cut the date out of black and put that down on there. So yeah, there we go. That was fun. I had a blast making this. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me while I did that. That was really fun. Jessica says, I'm doing a little work this morning and watching you in the background, so I saw most of the card. Oh, cool. Love this. Thank you guys so much. This was so much fun to make this card. I really enjoyed this. Thanks for hanging out with me while I did that. And listen, we're back to sunshine over here. Who knows what's going to happen? That could change at any minute. So you guys all enjoy your wonderful weekend, and thanks for hanging out with me. Tune in tomorrow. Jessica will be live tomorrow. I believe 10 a.m., but Jessica, are you still there? I think 10 a.m. tomorrow. So yeah, check that out. And I don't know if there's anything going on tonight. I feel like I've been a little bit, let's see. Nope, just me today. And then Jessica, yes, at 10 tomorrow. Alrighty. So enjoy. Have a great, great weekend, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.